Hey everybody, Baron Dome back again. So a lot has happened on 2B2T since it got upgraded to 1.11, and I'm going to cover a lot of that stuff in this video. Particularly the post-dupe, where I stand right now, the updates to 1.11 such as the Totems of Undying and the Shulker boxes. I've got some videos of me actually going to 2 mansions, getting Totems of Undying. I got 3 on my Baron Dome account, and then 5 on the Fright Side account. And then I went to go check out some base coordinates that got leaked. You know, those people that downloaded the cracked duper and they had the coordinates leaked. I actually went and investigated 2 of those bases. One had something, the other was just out in the middle of the desert, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And then I was actually gonna make my way to spawn. I was all geared up. I was gonna see if about, you know, just going out there and just to see what was there. And out of nowhere, I was like, you know what? Let's try to go to the end. And I ended up going to the end, and my other character, Fright Side, has been there for the last day getting shulker boxes. So I kind of got a lot to cover, and I wanted to start off with showing this. This is my main duping area. This is where I keep all my main stuff, and I use chests for this one. And because of the new impact client now detects droppers, actually doesn't make a point anymore, because if it's going to be found, it's going to be found. So I decided for this one, I decided to use chests, give me the maximum amount of storage, and it's got pretty much everything that I've duped at my other duping stations and then more. So let me take you on a tour here real quick, and then we'll kind of get started with some other stuff. I'm not going to say whether this is the overworld or nether. It's just someplace and it's stored. So I'm just going to say that. So this is the whole line of all my storage of stuff. Everything has 4 chests. After that video I made of duping, and I actually talked about upgrading the sword, I ended up actually upgrading everything I had. So my armor, like the helmet, I made new helmet. So it's got protection 4, respiration 3, aqua affinity, thorns 3, unbreaking 3, and mending on that one. The chest plate, blast protection 4, thorns 3, unbreaking 3, and mending. Legs, protection 4, thorns 3, unbreaking and mending. And then the boots have protection 4, feather falling 4, thorns 3, depth strider 3, unbreaking 3, and mending. And I'll give you a little hint to make these, because if you try to just make diamond anything and then add 1 book at a time, you're eventually going to get to a point where you can't add any more books. It's going to say, you know, not too expensive or whatever. The best bet is to just try to make enchanted diamond gear first. Get it to a point where it has at least a couple of the enchantments, and then you can just add them as you go. That way you don't run out of being able to put all the enchantments. Because if I just did this one with just books, I would not have been able to put all of them on. So that's just a good tip to give you. This is my standard pick, the Silk Touch one, the Fortune. Here's my new sword. So it's got sharpness 5, fire aspect 2, looting 3, unbreaking 3, and mending. This is the flint and steel. I added mending to it. Fishing pole. So these are the shears I took from Demos Megans. I actually ended up adding mending to them, and then I just duplicated them all out. Ended up making a bow. Max out bow too. There's a bunch of e-chests, beacons, witherheads. I went and killed the ghast, and I got a bunch of tears, which I thought was that was like a 3-hour journey in itself. Magma cream, pearls, blaze rods, rabbit feet. I killed a rabbit and I got a bunch of those. Same with a cow. End crystals. We got 3 things of gapples here. I wish I actually made another row bottle of enchanting, but oh well. Gunpowder. Went and killed, you know, 1 Elder Garden, got its sponge, and then just duplicated that. Glowstone, quartz ore, TNT, bookshelves, lapis, redstone, wood, slime blocks, iron, gold, diamond, and then emeralds. So this is my main. This is gonna be my main operating area. So you can see that right there. That has been going off the last couple days non-stop. That's just Scares me every single time. Got a couple of my paintings, and Frightside actually got a third painting, which I'm debating on hanging up because it's the anime one with the penis on it. So I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to show it, but I was thinking about hanging it up, and I probably won't be able to do that because of YouTube will probably block my video for porn. So I've got all this as my main stuff I'm going to be operating out of. This is where I'm going to be building my main base, and I'm not going to be using these materials. I'm actually going to be using everything in there. So all the blue chests are E-chests, which I'm going to break down for obsidian, and I had to do the math. So was there 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, yeah. So there's like 5 times 3 times 64 times 54 times 8, because when you break an E-chest it turns to 8 obsidian, and that's like 414,000 individual blocks of obsidian. And that's what I'm going to be making my build out of. I haven't quite decided yet what I'm going to build, but it's going to be it's going to be big, and it's going to be a lot of obsidian blocks. So I'm not going to be able to really show where I'm building it until I got an interior, and then I can start showing you as I build the interior. So I'm kind of still working out a couple of the designs in creative mode just to see what I want, because once you start placing obsidian, I don't want to have to break it. So that just takes too long, especially on this server. So I'm going to do my best to come up with a plan of action by the end of next week for my Baron Dome character, because he is not going anywhere. He is staying here. He's going to be doing the build where I build my base, and now I'm going to be using Frightside for my exploring and doing the other stuff. And because he's in the end right now, when I bring him home, he's going to be teleporting all the way back here, which is pretty far. I'm not going to say how far I'm at, but it's going to be a far distance. It literally takes me 10 hours of nether travel to get back to spawn. That's how far away I am. All nether travel, 10 hours. So it's a pretty far journey. So let's start off with the video of me going out and getting some Totems of Undying. So I used a website called chunkbase.com. It's where you put in the seed for 2B2T, and it can tell you based on your coordinates where the nearest Woodland Mansion is. So that's what I did here. Found the nether coordinates and just teleported, and I actually got right on the roof of the mansion with it, which I thought was very hilarious. Just killing some sheep because I was pretty happy. So I'm gonna jump down. Here's the first Vindicator. Or no, that's the Evoker. Vindicator's guy was the axe. So I'm trying to take him out with the Vexes coming at me. And I didn't realize that I thought they were gonna despawn after I killed him, but no, they kept on attacking me. And they fly through walls too. So while they come back, I'm going to kill out the Vindicators. And it was pretty quick, but I actually picked up the my first totem right there too. So these guys are still around. I was expecting them to really despawn after a couple seconds, but no, they really stay around forever. Yeah, but they don't drop anything though. So just putting that away. I do not want to lose that. So yeah, between the two mansions, I ended up getting a total of 8 Totems of Undying. I've got 3 on Baron Dome, and then the 5 on Frightside right now, but I'm going to be combining those once I get my 2 characters back together, so I can put everything together in their E-chests and the shulker boxes. You know what's the best thing about Gapples? Being able to run on top of lava oceans in the nether. So here I am heading to one of the bases where the coordinates got leaked online. So I'm just going to check it out. It looks like a pretty cool little built-up area, kind of farmlandy. Not much stuff. This looks like to be an AFK fishing area, so when you reel your stuff in, the hoppers automatically pick it up. He's got a couple things in here. I was like, wait a minute. Ah, the Nazi sign and melons, as always. Just a couple books, nothing spectacular. I was expecting to be like, you know, some really good stuff here for supposedly where stuff was being duped. Looks like a lot of other people put some signs down here after the coordinates got leaked. And then I found it. I found a map. And I'm probably going to blur this out. So, in case you don't see it, it's the anime girl with the penis. So I did take that. That was one of the rare, the only rare thing, or something I don't currently have. That was here. And then I've taken a shield too, because I've never actually used the shield yet. And with the new update to 1.11, the shields are a lot more useful now. They block, I think, 100% of the damage and hits. Perfect for battles if you know how to use them correctly. So I decided to finally take a shield with me and someone just spawned in a shit ton of withers. And I did feel bad taking the map, but I decided to leave him in E-chest. It's kind of a payment since he didn't have one. Looks to be a good start to a good build. I'm actually surprised that no one really griefed anything here. Just probably stole some stuff and then left. Nothing like random TNT explosions going off in the nether to get you startled. So I was thinking that since I got the Totems of Undying, I was going to try to get the Shulker boxes, but I wasn't really too knowledgeable of where any of the end portals were at. So I looked online, found some coordinates to a portal, and I wasn't even sure if it was going to be active or if it was destroyed, but I decided to take a chance and maybe just go check it out and see if it was active. And sure as hell it was active. So without really any preparation or really planning this, I was like, you know, whatever, let's just go to the nether and see what's there. I wasn't planning on how am I going to get back. And I'm going to gapple up before I jump in the portal, just in case there's somebody on the other side, you know, just waiting to spawn kill me. And here I go, jumping into the portal, going to the end. This is my first time in the end in 2B2T, so I wasn't quite sure where the hell anything is at or what direction to go. I was kind of just going to go up and follow the water. So this is what the area looks like on the end on 2B2T. Just pure destruction. I was actually surprised that there was ender crystals there. I'm not really sure which way to go, so I was kind of just trying to get my bearings on find a direction to go. And it looks like someone did a lava cast right over the main area of the end where you spawn in and fight the dragon. It looks like that probably either somebody's been destroying it or they've been spawning in the dragon to clear out some of the holes. So I kind of just saw this pathway going off in the distance, so I decided just to follow it and see where it went. I wasn't really sure. I had no prior knowledge of, how far it went out or where it goes to, but I decided just to follow it and just see where it takes me. So at this point I'm about 30,000 blocks out, and this is one of the first few end cities I found that hadn't been raided, and it also has the airship too, with the dragon head and elytra. So I thought that was really cool. I want to zoom in just to make sure. I just want to see it. My first time seeing elytra wings on 2B2T. There they were. When battling shulkers on 2B2T, it's wise to keep a roof over your head, because with the lag, you get hit with that levitation and you can literally float for 100, 200 blocks up. So whenever I'm fighting them, I always try to keep a roof over my head. That way, once I get hit, I just float up a little bit and I don't go anywhere. It gives it time for it to finally dissipate. You can finally get around to attacking you. I ended up clearing out about 4 end cities. 2 of them had the airships with elytras and dragon heads, so I thought that was really cool that I've got 2 sets of those. I don't think I'll ever really wear them with the lag that the 2B2T can have. Flying can be pretty difficult. So right behind me, you're going to see one of the new end portal exits. It's going to be a quicker way to get back home other than killing myself. So I was going to pop on through to get back to the main area of the end, and then jump through the portal and go home. Before I did that, I wanted to show you what I collected in the end, show you the Shulker Shells, and show you what they look like and how many I've got right now. So right now I've got 12 already made. These 4 have some gear in them and stuff like that that I found or I've been carrying along the way. These ones are empty, and then I've still got another 55 shells to make some more chests out of. I'm kind of bummed that I have an odd number, but I don't think I can go through any more end journeys. If you're gonna do this, watch the video Fit does where he makes an airship. So much better than trying to walk. What am I at right now? I had to backtrack a little bit. So I'm at about 35,000 out, all walking. So it was a long journey, lots of walking, and just trying to find end cities. It's a lot harder than in the overworld, because end cities are not a guarantee that they'll always be there. There's a chance that they'll be there, so you have to walk to the coordinates, see if they're there, and if they're not, you have to just continue on and keep going. So it's been a long journey, and I think I'm done with the end. I've gotten enough Shulker Shells to last me. Both my characters can have a lot of Shulker boxes on them to store lots of stuff. As you see here, I've also got 2 sets of Elytra Wings and 2 Dragon Heads. And I wonder what's up with the Dragon Heads. They're backwards now, which is really weird. I also found lots of cursed gear too, which I thought was really cool. So I kind of just took this one and showing it out. This one's got the Curse of Binding, which once you put it on, you can't take it off until you die. And then it's also got the Curse of Vanishing, so once you do die, it'll disappear. So I got those. I got a couple of those. I just kind of got them just to hold on to them. So I got my armor in there. Got a lot of the extra stuff I picked up along the way, golden apples, and then I got the Totems of Undying in that one. So when I get back to the main area, Baron Dome, I'm gonna combine my boxes, split them up, make one for armor, one for weapons, one for blocks, stuff like that. So next time if I do come in the end, I can make an airship, because I was traveling along the way and I found redstone. I had some slime blocks in my chest, and the only thing I didn't have, for some weird reason, I couldn't find cobblestone, so I couldn't make any pistons, so I couldn't make an airship. So I did a lot of walking. Okay, it's time to head home. I'm kind of worried where this is going to shoot me out of, but let's get going and see what happens. And if I don't make it, well, I'll catch you guys later. Alright, bye.